Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to see a problem that how we can generate binary numbers from 1 to n. So here you can see that the question is generate binary numbers from 1 to n using a queue. So binary numbers can be generated by various ways, but here we will take a queue data structure and we will generate the binary numbers from 1 to n, where n will be the value provided to us. So let's say value of n is 3. So the output would be a resultant array of string type, and the binary numbers from 1 to n will be 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So binary number 1 corresponds to 1, 1, 0 corresponds to 2, 1, 1 corresponds to 3. And similarly, if n is 5, then we need to return like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So from 1 to n. So these are the values in decimal number system, and its corresponding binary numbers are 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. So here first we will see the conceptual overview that how we can generate the binary numbers from 1 to n. So let's say we are provided with the value of n as 5. So the binary numbers we need to return is 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. So this value corresponds to 1, this to 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. So you can watch the videos and understand how this conversion happens from a binary number to a decimal number. So here let's take one example. Let's say we are given with this binary number 1, 0, 1. So this is at 0th spot, this is at 1, and this is at 2. So what we do is, this is binary number which is having 0 and 1, which is 2 numbers. So we simply take this digits value, multiply it by 2 and do their sum, and we will get the decimal number. So to convert this number into a decimal number, what we do is, we take this digit value which is 1, with multiplied with 2 to the power this value. We do sum, we take 0 multiplied with 2 to the power 1. We take 1 multiplied with 2 to the power 2. So this gives us 4, this gives us 0, and 2 to the power 0 is 1, so 1 into 1 gives 1. So this gives value as 5. So you can Google the stuff or watch the videos where there are programs where we can convert from one number system to another number system. So currently our problem is that we are given with a value of n and we need to generate the numbers from 1 to 5. So we need to generate something like this: 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. So how we can do is, so here you can see that at the start we directly have one number 1 and its binary representation is also 1. So the first number is, we already know it would be 1. Now here, as we need to return the generated binary number in the form of string, what we do is, if I append 0 to it and if I append 1 to it, I will get 1, 0 here and 1, 1 here. So if you see closely, if we are appending 0, we will get our next number. If we are appending 1, we will get our third number. So the first number we know that it will be 1. If we append 0, we will get the second number. If we append 1, we will get the third number. Now what about this fourth and fifth? So here we do the same steps. If we append 0 and if we append 1, so to 1, 0 it becomes 1, 0, 0, and if we append 1, we'll get 1, 0, 1. Now let's say if we would have n equal to 7, so the next numbers would have been 1, 1, 0, for 6, 1, 1, 1 for 7. So how this number would have come? We would have taken 1, 1, appended 0, appended 1. So this would have given 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. So this is how the binary numbers are generated. But the main problem is, for the first digit we know that this is 1. We can append 0 and 1 and we get 1, 0, 1, 1. But how about other numbers? How we will get this 1, 0 and 1, 1 in sequence, so that we can append 0 and 1 to 1, 0 and get the next elements, and then append 1, 1 with 0 and 1 to get the rest of the elements, that also in sequence. And this chain can go on like this. So we need to maintain a certain order, like this should come first, then 1, 0 should come, then 1, 1 should come, and then when we are doing 1, 0 we should append like this, then we pick 1, 1, we append like this, and here also we'll go in this direction only. We take 1, 0, 0, we'll append 0 and 1, we take 1, 0, 1, we'll append 0 and 1 to get the next binary numbers. So this similar kind of structure or the sequence can be maintained via a queue. So here in a queue, which is first in, first out, so the element which is inserted first will be first one to be removed. So here we are directly putting 1 and then we remove 1. So when we remove 1, we have that element, we can append 0 and 1, we will get 1, 0 and 1, 1. So first we will put 1, 0, then we will put 1, 1. So in the next iteration, we will take 1, 0 out. We will append 0 and 1, and into the queue we will put 1, 0, 0 first, like this, and then 1, 0, 1. And then in the next iteration we will pull out 1, 1. So while pulling out 1, 1, we are actually getting the generated numbers, but for the rest of the numbers, we will append 0, we will get 1, 1, 0, we will put it into the queue, we will append 1 to 1, 1, and we will put 1, 1, 1 into the queue. So this chain goes on and the numbers are generated. So let's see the demonstration of this algorithm step by step. So here is the algorithm. Let's say we call generate binary numbers, which is this method. We pass in the value of n as 4. So we need to generate 4 numbers from 1 to 4. So the first number will be 1, then it will be 1, 0, then 1, 1, and then 1, 0, 0. So let's see the demonstration of this algorithm, that how we can generate these 4 numbers. So n is 4. First we will create a result array, because this is the result array which we need to return from this method, and this is of string type. So the length of this array would be n. So result array will have 4 elements, because we need to return this 4 generated binary numbers. We know that we need to use queue, so we will initialize queue. So queue is an interface and its concrete type is a linked list. So it looks something like this. So for the first number we can directly offer 1 into the queue, because we need to generate the binary numbers from 1 to n. So we directly put a string 1 into the queue, because this queue is of string type. So 1 comes into the queue like this. And now in order to fill the result array, we are providing a for loop which will go from 0 index to a index n minus 1, which is value of n is 4, 4 minus 1, which is 3, which is the last index, which is third index. So I will start from the 0 index, and as we discussed, we already know the first element. So we simply poll the element from the queue and provide it into the result array like this at index I. So when we will poll the queue, it only has one element. So 1 was entered first. So this will be the only element to get exit first. Because Q is FIFO data structure, first in, first out. The element which enters first will be first to be removed. So 1 will be pulled out and simply provided to the result array at 0 index, because I is pointing to 0. So this gets pulled out and 1 comes here. So this is nothing but a string like this, because we have created an array result of string type. So for time being I am just demonstrating it like this without double quotes. And we know that once we get our first element like this, we can append 0 and we can append 1 to get the next two elements, which is our n1 and n2. So string n1 can be generated by appending 0. So n1 becomes 1 0. 1 appending 0 will give 1 0. And 1 appending 1 will give 1 1. So n1 becomes 1 0. And n2 becomes 1 1. 1 appending with 1 will give 1 1. So n2 becomes 1 1. And we know that after generating n1 and n2, we will put them into the queue in the respective sequence. n1 will go first and then n2 will go. So first we will offer n1. So 1 0 will go into the queue. And then we offer n2, which is 1 1. So now our queue has two elements, 1 0 and 1 1. So after placing the first element at its correct position in the result array, we will increment I. I becomes 1, which points to index 1. Now in order to fill the result array at particular index, which is 1, we know that we need to pull the element out, because we know that the next element is 1 0, which we need to put it into the result array. So whatever elements we are putting into the queue, they are in proper sequence. So the next element will be 1 0. So this number will be generated 1 0. We will pull that out and put it into the result array at index 1. 1 0 comes out. We get string 1 0 here. And so here you can see that after we are getting this string out, we know what that string is. So now for the next elements, we can append 0 and 1. So we get 1 0 0 and 1 0 1, and we can put these two elements directly into the queue. So first we will generate n1 and n2. So result of I will give 1 0. We will append 0. So n1 will become 1 0 0 and n2 will become 1 0 plus 1 will give 1 0 1, like this. And then we will simply offer n1 and n2 into the queue, because we need to put them in proper sequence so that this binary number generation is done in proper order. So 1 0 0, which is n1, it will go into the queue. And then we will offer n2, which is 1 0 1. So this will go into the queue. Now this element is generated properly. So we will increment I. Now I will point to 2, which is the second index. To fill this value, we will first pull the element from the queue, which is 1 1, and assign it to the result array at index 2. So 1 1 will come out and 1 1 will come here. So here, in order to create space, we will simply shift this ahead. So these are still in queue, but we have just shifted it ahead so that space is created here for the other elements to go in. So we have identified one element 1 1 here. So we got 1 1. We know that to generate the further elements, we will append 0 and append 1. So it will give 1 1 0 and this will give 1 1 1. we will generate both of these numbers n1 and n2. So n1 becomes 1 1 plus 0, which will give 1 1 0, and n2 will become 1 1 plus 1 1 1 1, and then we will offer both the elements into the queue. So first 1 1 0 will go, and then 1 1 1 will go. We have filled this position, so we will increment I. So I will now point to the third index. And how we can fill this? We will simply pull the element from the queue, which is the first element which got entered first. So 1 0 0 got entered first before this rest of the three elements. So 1 0 0 will be pulled out, and it will be assigned to the result array here at the third index, like this. So friends, here the algorithm is actually ended because we have generated the integers from 1 to n. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. 1 to 4, because value of n is 4. But in order to demonstrate how these further numbers are generated, we will simply see the rest of the algorithm. So whatever the number we just pulled out, which is 1 0 0, it will help us in generating the further elements. So 1 0 0, which is this part, I am showing it here. We will append 0, we will append 1. So n1 becomes 1 0 0 plus 0. So 1 0 0 0, like this. And n2 becomes 1 0 0 plus 1, which will give us 1 0 0 1. And here we have got 1 0 0 0, like this. And similarly we will offer both the elements into the queue. So 1 0 0 0 will be our n1, and then we will offer n2, which is 1 0 0 0 1, like this. So this binary number addition will go on like this. But here, now when we will increment I will become 4, and 4 is not less than 4. So this for loop will terminate. And though we have elements in the queue, but we have figured out all the elements from 1 to n. So we will simply return the result. So this result will be a string array having 1, 1 0, 1 1, 1 0 0. The 4 elements from 1 to n, which is 4. So friends, this was all about the algorithm, that how we can generate binary numbers from 1 to n using a queue. So here queue plays a very significant role because this data structure is first in, first out. The element which got inserted first will be the first to be removed. So this property makes us easy to generate these binary numbers by just appending 0 and 1. So friends, I hope you must have liked this video. In case if you are new to my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon so that you never miss any update. Thanks, have a nice day.